फिर probability of error in Emery pen.
Probability of error in Emery PAM, right? And in that, perhaps we have discussed that the probability of error can be calculated in two steps. One is that we have to calculate the probability of error for internal points, and in case 2 we have to calculate the probability of error for end points, right? So for example, if we are having any array, any constellation, so in Emery PAM, right? For example, we are having any constellation. The constellation can be like this. This is 0, then this is our amplitudes. Right? For example, this is A, then it can be 3A. This is minus A, then it can be minus 3A, and so on. Right? And the gap between two nearby constellations will be 2A. So the gap will be from minus A to A, it will be 2A. From A to 3A, it will be 2A. Right? Now, if we apply nearest neighbor decision rule, as we have discussed in the last lecture, and we take the example for this A. For example, if we are deciding on this A, then what we'll do? We'll draw a threshold line in between minus A to A and in between A to 3A. So A to 3A, it will be in on 2A, right? So for example, this is 0 and this is 2A. The condition is what? That the received signal which we have written like this, capital RT. So the received signal, if this received signal lies in the range from 0 to 2A, then the detected bit should be A, right? So if RT is in the range from 0 to 2A, then the detected bit should be A, right? So this is the correct decision. This is the correct decision. So we can further say that if, because we have to talk on probability of error. So we have to take the case when error will occur, right? So to take that situation, what I am saying that if RT is greater than 0, if RT is greater than 0, sorry, we should write like this, that if RT is greater than 2A, और इक्वल टू साइन भी लगा सकते हैं, if RT is greater than 2A and RT is less than or equal to 0, then error occurs. Right? What it means that this is the condition. This is the condition that RT should be in the range from 0 to 2A. So it means that RT should be greater than 0 and RT should be less than 2A. And if the detected bit is A, then it is a correct decision. But we have to focus on the situation where error comes. So error comes means what? That detected bit is A, but the RT is greater than 2A, means reverse of this condition. And RT is less than or equal to 0, the reverse of this condition. And still the detected bit is A, then it means it is the situation of an error. So we have to consider that our received signal RT is greater than 2A and RT or RT is less than, we should in fact write it like the thing is that here we should like or, right? Or, so if RT is greater than equal to 2a or RT is less than equal to 0, then error occurs. And this we are talking for what? We are talking for the symbol A. We are talking for the symbol A. So for symbol A, if RT is greater than 2a or RT is less than equal to 0, then error occurs. This is the situation. So probability of error can be written as that the probability of having RT greater than equal to 2a, right? Greater than equal to 2a union RT less than equal to 0, right? Because here we are having sign OR. So OR means in set theory the OR replicates to union, right? So if RT is greater than 2a union RT is less than 0, if we have find out the probability of this event, then this is the probability of error, right? Because this is the situation of error when your received signal is greater than equal to 2a or RT is less than equal to 0, and at the place of R we can simply write the term union, right? So this is the situation. So for example, this is event phi 1, and for example this is event phi 2, then the probability of error, we can also write like this, the probability of error PRE can be written as probability of phi 1 union phi 2, right? We can write down the probability of error is probability of phi 1 union phi 2. Phi 2 is the event where RT is less than equal to 0, and phi 1 is the event when RT is greater than or equal to 2a, and we are talking on the symbol A. Further, this can also be written as, this equation can also be written as, we know that at the place of R or at the place of union, we can simply replace this by a summation sign, that is probability of error can be written as probability of having phi 1 plus probability of phi 2, right? So this we can write down. Probability of error means the probability of phi 1 plus the probability of phi 2, right? So this is the concept how to calculate the probability of error for Emery-PAM. So again, I am reiterating that we are talking on the symbol A, and we want to decide that either we are achieving some error in this symbol or not. So if this the received signal, that is RT, is in the range between 0 to 2a, then detected symbol will be A. This is the correct situation, means there is no error. But if we saying that RT is greater than 2a, RT is in this region, RT is greater than 2a, or RT is less than or equal to 0, means in this region, and still the detected symbol is A, then it means that there is an error. So because we have to calculate the probability of error, that's why we are taking the case where RT is greater than or equal to 2a or RT is less than or equal to 0, right? And if we try to write down this statement in mathematics, then we can write down probability of error can be written as probability of RT greater than or equal to 2a union RT less than or equal to 0. And if we are saying that this is a event phi 1, this is a event phi 2, then we can write down probability of error is equal to probability of phi 1 union phi 2. And in mathematics, we can also write down it probability of error is equal to probability of phi 1 plus probability of phi 2, right? So we have simplified the situation that how we can calculate the probability of error. And see, this is our case 1, because A is the internal point. A is the internal point because A is having the boundary both sides. means A is having boundary at 2A as well as A is having boundary on 0, right? So this is an internal point. So basically we are at this case, we are in case 1, where we are calculating the probability of error of internal constellation, internal points in of MREPAM, right? So this is our case 1, because the symbol is A, which is having boundary on both sides. So this is an internal point. So you can generalize it also that it is the probability of error of internal points, right? So probability of error of internal points can be written as probability of phi1 plus probability of phi2. Now we have to calculate it further. Right. So for example, now we have to write down the value of RT. We have already written in the last lecture that the value of RT can be written as A naught EP plus N tilde, right? And where A naught is the amplitude of the pulses and EP is the energy of the pulse. And we have seen that we have taken the energy of the pulse as unity. So the RT can be written as A naught plus N tilde, right? This is our received signal. This is our received signal, right? So for example, if we see generally in PAM, how we can transmit our signal? We can transmit our signal like xt, which is A naught pt, where A naught is amplitude and pt is a pulse. And if this pulse is passed through matched filter receiver, this transmitted symbol is coming to the receiver, and the receiver is matched filter. So what will be the case? That A naught pt is coming to the matched filter, right? This is HT. HT is the response of matched filter. So what is the condition for matched filter? So condition for matched filter is that the response of the matched filter, आपको साइड में नहीं लिख सकते हैं, the response of the matched filter will be matched to the incoming pulse. So HT can be simply represented as, for example, PT minus tau, some delayed words with some delay, right? So response of HT means the matched filter should match to the pulse we have chosen. That's why the name of this filter is matched filter, right? So in this case, if A naught PT is passing through HT, so the outcome can be the convolution of PT and HT, right? Output can be the convolution of PT and HT. And HT is what? It is again PT minus tau, which is nothing but the delayed version of PT. So for example, you can say here that it can be written as minus infinity to infinity A naught PT into HT. So HT, at the place of HT, we can write down PT minus tau, and it is DT. So A naught can be taken out from the integration. So minus infinity to infinity A naught, then it is PT. And if we assume that the tau is 0 in ideal situation, right, then you can say that this PT minus tau can also be written as PT dt. So this is what? This is A naught minus infinity to infinity PT square dt. So this is what? This is the energy of pulse PT. And we can write down this as EP, right? We can write down this as EP. So it means that the outcome of this matched filter can be simply A naught EP, right? And definitely there will be some Gaussian noise which will get added to this signal. So that's why we can write down that the received signal from matched filter is A naught EP plus N tilde. N tilde is a Gaussian noise which is coming from the atmosphere or from the channel, right? So I'm just showing this thing is because we should know that why we are writing down RT is equal to A naught EP plus N tilde, right? So we know that this is a transmitted signal plus noise. It can be a received signal. And why this EP is coming into the picture? Because of matched filter. right? So I hope this thing is clear to you all. Now we can simply write that RT is equal to A naught EP plus n tilde, and we have to choose the pulse PT in such a way that the energy of that pulse should be 0, right? The energy of that, energy of that pulse should be unity. So we should choose the pulse in such a way that the energy of that pulse should be unity. But in matched filter, right? Matched filter, for example, we are having a matched filter, right? And the response of this filter is HT. Any arbitrary impulse response we can take, right? HT. So what is the meaning of matched filter? Matched filter means the response of this filter should match to the incoming pulse. Should match to the incoming pulse. So for example, incoming pulse is PT. Then the response of this HT can be simply written as PT minus tau, and we have putting some delay tau here, right? Intentionally, right? So delay cannot change the energy of the pulse, right? Delay is just shifting. So matched filter means that this filter is perfectly matched to the incoming pulse, right? And if any filter is perfectly matched to the incoming pulse, it means that it can successfully transmit that pulse from that filter, right? Means it will not produce distortions or some noise with the pulse. That's why the name is matched filter. And matched filter can increase signal to noise ratio significantly. So I have already told you, whenever we have to increase SNR in the communication system, we can use the matched filter receiver. Matched filter receiver means that the receiver is perfectly matched to the transmitted pulse. And if your receiver is matched to the transmitted pulse, it means that it is prone to receive that signal, right? It is prone to receive that signal. It will not reject that signal. It will completely receive that signal, and it is a good choice for you, right? That's why we are saying that we are using matched filter in the side of receiver. And when I say that the filter is matched to the pulse, what mathematically it means? It means that the shape of the pulse which we have chosen to transmit our information, the response of the filter should be same as that pulse shape, right? Same as that pulse shape. So that's why the response of HT can be simply written as PT minus tau. Tau is a delay, right? Tau is a delay. So that's why we are mentioning here PT is the pulse which is coming into the filter, and the response of the filter is HT. And if this filter is matched filter, then the response of this matched filter can be written as PT minus tau. And in that case, if you multiply these two, if you convolute these two pulses to get the output, you will get nothing but the energy outside, right? So what you can write down simply that the energy of the pulse coming out in the form of EP, right? In the form of EP. So amplitude into EP is the signal which you are receiving as output of this filter. And then we have also add some noise with this signal, because whenever the pulse is coming from the channel, definitely there will be some noise which is coming from the atmosphere and get added with this signal. So to represent the complete received signal, we are writing that RT can be written as A naught EP plus n tilde. Right? This is the complete received signal, or received completely received PAM signal. Right?
Sir,
Yes, sure.
sir, suppose we are using the filter which response is P tau minus T, then what type of problem we are facing?
Nothing, because tau is a constant value, right? P tau minus T or PT minus tau is just showing the shifting either in right hand side or left hand side. It doesn't has to deal with the energy of that pulse, right? जो आपका pulse है उसकी energy तो constant ही रहेगी, उसको आप चाहे उठा के इधर shift कर लीजिए या इधर shift कर लीजिए. If you are writing tau minus T, मैं इसको ऐसे पढ़ लूँगा, it is nothing but T minus T plus tau, right? It is minus T plus tau. So the PT minus T, P minus T, you are just flipping the pulse and shifting the pulse in any direction. So ये तुम कोई पल्स ले लो, है एक ट्रायंगल पल्स ले लिया मान लीजिए, मैं उसको शिफ्ट करूं, इधर शिफ्ट करूं, उधर शिफ्ट करूं, शिफ्ट करूं, इससे उसके एनर्जी पर कोई फर्क पड़ने वाला नहीं, बिकॉज एनर्जी इज द एरिया अंडर दैट पल्स, राइट? सो दिस इज द आंसर.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So EP is equal to 1. The pulse which we are choosing, it should be such that the energy of this pulse is 1, then in that case, if EP is equal to 1, then RT can be written as A naught plus N tilde, right? And we know that N tilde is a Gaussian noise. N tilde is a Gaussian noise, and I have already told you that what is the method to write or represent the Gaussian noise. We know that N tilde can be written as by calligraphic N, and here we should write the mean. So for example, if any noise is having 0 mean, then it should be 0. And for example, the variance is sigma square. The variance is sigma square, and if this noise is white Gaussian noise, then the value of sigma square will be N naught by 2, right? Because PDF of white noise is a constant line, and the value of that constant line is N naught by 2. So sigma square is basically represented the power of noise, right? Power of noise. So you can also treat it sigma square as a noise power. And in statistics, we say sigma square as variance. In communication, this is variance as well as it is a power of the signal. And if it is of noise, then it can be named as noise power, right? So this is the value of N tilde. So received signal is A naught plus N tilde. Now we will put the situation or condition here to get the value of probability of error. So write down RT is equal to A naught plus N tilde. For error, we know that RT should be, RT should be greater than 2A, or RT should be less than 0, right? So what is the value of RT? RT is A naught plus N tilde. So A naught plus N tilde should be greater than 2A. Similarly, A naught plus N tilde should be less than 0. And what is the value of A naught? What is the value of A naught? Capital A, right? The symbol is A naught is equal to A.
Hello.
We are doing this all calculation for A, right? So A naught is A. If we do the calculation for 3A, then the value of A naught will be 3A. If we do the calculation for 5A, then the value of A naught will be 5A, right? So we are doing this calculation for A. हाँ.
सर आपने क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा था?
मैंने पूछा था what will be the value of A naught?
पैम का A naught A 2A 3A ऐसे?
हाँ, A naught की वैल्यू क्या होगी? A naught की वैल्यू होगी A 3A 5A. भाई A naught एम्पलीट्यूड ही तो है पल्स के, और एम्पलीट्यूड क्या क्या हो सकते हैं पल्स के? या तो A होगा, या 3A होगा, या 5A होगा, and dash dash up to M level, right? So we are doing this calculation for A naught, for capital A. So that's why the value of A naught will be A. So write down for A naught is equal to A, the value of A naught will be A plus N tilde should be greater than 2A, or A plus N tilde should be less than 0. This is for error. What it means that N tilde should be greater than A. N tilde should be greater than A, or N tilde should be less than minus A. So it means that if we are talking for error, then if this N tilde is greater than A, then it can be the case of error. If N tilde is less than minus A, then it can also be the case of error. So now what we have to do, we have to find out the probability that N tilde is greater than A or N tilde is less than minus A. N tilde is what? N tilde is a white Gaussian noise, right? White Gaussian noise. So if you draw the PDF, you should draw it here. If you draw the PDF for noise, so because it is a Gaussian signal, then PDF should be like this. This is the PDF n tilde, PDF of n tilde. And now, if you see the value of a and minus a, so for example, here you are having value of a, and here you are having value of minus a, right? So in that case, the reason of the error is what? When n tilde is less than minus a, means this reason, right? And when n tilde is greater than a, means this reason. This is the reason of error. This is the reason of error. So if your noise is greater than a, then error will come. If your noise is less than minus a, then error will come. Right? We have summarized our problem in such a way that this conclusion is into the picture now. Right? Now what we'll do, we'll calculate the probability for this. So how we can calculate the probability for this situation? We should see it. So before doing the calculation, write down a note. Write down a note because it will help you. Note is that q of x, that is q function, q of x can be written as probability of standard Gaussian signal. So standard Gaussian लिख रहा हूं मैं क्या बोलूं? So standard Gaussian is greater than equal to x. Is greater than equal to x.
Sir, please repeat. Sir,
बोलो बेटा शैली बोलो.
सर अभी जो लिखा है उसे एक बार रिपीट कर दीजिए.
मैं रिपीट करता हूँ. ये नोट है हमारे लिए. दिस इज अ फॉर्मूला बिकॉज आई विल टेक द हेल्प ऑफ दिस फॉर्मूला दैट क्यू फंक्शन. पिछली बार भी लिखा था कि क्यू फंक्शन कैसे लिख सकते हैं, राइट? सो क्यू फंक्शन लिखा जा सकता है इफ वी आर हैविंग प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ एनी स्टैंडर्ड गॉसियन सिग्नल इज ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू एक्स, देन इट कैन बी सिंपली इक्वल टू क्यू एक्स. अगर मैं ऐसी कोई चीज लिख पाता हूँ कि प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ स्टैंडर्ड गॉसियन इज ग्रेटर देन एक्स, तो ये x की वैल्यू सीधे q में डाल दें तो वो इसके इक्वल हो जाता है. ये ऐसे समझ लो. इट इज एज सिंपल एज दैट. सो दिस इज द फॉर्मूला फॉर q फंक्शन. qx can be written as probability of standard Gaussian greater than equal to x, right? And we have to use this formula to get further results. So for example, we know that the error will come if n tilde is greater than a or if n tilde is less than minus a, right? So what we'll do, we'll find the probability, right? We will find the probability that n tilde is greater than a. The n tilde is greater than a, right? So listen it carefully. What is the meaning of standard Gaussian? What is the meaning of standard Gaussian? The standard Gaussian is basically when any signal, Gaussian signal, is having zero mean and the standard deviation is unity, that is sigma. The standard deviation is unity, right? So this is the situation for standard Gaussian. This is the situation for standard Gaussian. So what we'll do for it? See, here we are having qx is equal to probability of standard Gaussian should be greater than equal to x. So जो Gaussian है ये स्टैंडर्ड Gaussian होना चाहिए. Gaussian का मतलब क्या है? Gaussian का मतलब है ये डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन जो बना हुआ है, और Gaussian का मतलब ये है कि उस फंक्शन का कुछ मीन होगा, कुछ वेरिएंस होगा. वेरिएंस माने कुछ स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन भी होगा, राइट? क्योंकि वेरिएंस सिग्मा स्क्वायर होता है, स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन सिग्मा होता है. ठीक है, तो इसका मतलब कोई भी गॉसियन फंक्शन हो सकता है जिसका कोई मीन म्यू हो सकता है, कोई इसका स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन सिग्मा हो सकता है. ठीक है, कोई भी गॉसियन फंक्शन हो सकता है, उसकी कुछ भी वैल्यू हो सकती है. बट अगर वो स्टैंडर्ड गॉसियन है तो स्टैंडर्ड गॉसियन का मीन हमेशा 0 होगा और उसका स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन हमेशा 1 होगा. ठीक है, सो हम कैसे अचीव करेंगे किसी सिग्नल के मीन को 0 और किसी सिग्नल के स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन को यूनिटी? कुछ भी स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन गिवन हो, यहाँ पर मैं अगर उसको स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन से डिवाइड कर दूंगा तो क्या बन जाएगा? वो हमेशा यूनिटी बन जाएगा. अगर कोई भी गॉसियन वेरिएबल है, उसका स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन सिग्मा है, मुझे नहीं पता उस सिग्मा की वैल्यू क्या है, मैं उसको सिग्मा से डिवाइड कर देता हूँ. अगर मैं उसको सिग्मा से डिवाइड कर दूंगा तो हमेशा उसकी वैल्यू यूनिटी हो जाएगी. ठीक है, यानी कि रैंडम वेरिएबल को मैं सिग्मा से डिवाइड कर दूं तो उसकी हमेशा जो स्टैंडर्ड डेविएशन है वो हमेशा यूनिटी हो जाएगा. ठीक है, सो मैं यहाँ क्या करने वाला हूँ, मैं यहाँ पर लिखने वाला हूँ कि प्रोबेबिलिटी, इसी चीज को मैं कैसे लिख सकता हूँ कि n tilde डिवाइड बाय सिग्मा शुड बी ग्रेटर देन a बाय सिग्मा. मैंने दोनों तरफ सिग्मा से डिवाइड कर दिया. ठीक है, दोनों तरफ सिग्मा से डिवाइड कर दिया, यानी कि ये चीज और ये चीज एक ही है. कांस्टेंट सिग्मा से मैंने दोनों तरफ डिवाइड कर दिया. और ऐसा क्यों किया? ऐसा इसलिए किया क्योंकि ऐसा करने से ये जो नॉइज थी, ये वाला हिस्सा, ये क्या बन गया? स्टैंडर्ड गॉसियन बन गया. क्या बन गया? ये स्टैंडर्ड गॉसियन. और अगर ये स्टैंडर्ड गॉसियन बन गया, सो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ n tilde ग्रेटर देन सिग्मा ग्रेटर देन a बाय सिग्मा को अपन क्या लिख सकते हैं? इट इज q ऑफ a by sigma, because it is x, the value of x is a by sigma. So probability of n tilde by sigma is greater than a by sigma, means it is q of a by sigma, and this can be the solution for us, right? So we know that once we got the value of q function, then the calculation is easy for us, because in numerical the value of a will be given to us, the value of sigma will be given to us. So the q of that value can be calculated with the help of the q table, and then we got to know the probability of error for this condition, that n tilde is greater than a. Now अभी आप बोलोगे सर ये तो केवल एक ही हिस्सा कैलकुलेट हुआ है, अभी ये भी हिस्सा भी तो रीजन ऑफ एरर है, right? When n tilde is less than minus a. So see, with the help of symmetry, because it is a Gaussian function and Gaussian function is always symmetric around its mean. ये जो mean है ना, इसके around ये symmetric है function. So जो इसकी value है probability of n tilde is greater than a की, same value होगी probability of n tilde is less than minus a की. So by symmetry, we can write down that the probability of error due to internal points, mind it, due to internal points, ये मैंने सिर्फ internal points लिए हैं, due to internal points can be written as probability of error in bracket internal, suffix internal, is equal to 2 times of q of a by c, because we just double this value, right?
Sir,
बोलो बेटा।
सर ये स्टैंडर्ड क्वेश्चन क्यों लिया है सर? q of x is equal
This we have calculated only for internal points, right? This we have calculated only for internal points. Still we have to calculate the case 2. Vedant ne likha sir this is case 1. Yes, this is case 1. We have calculated the probability of error only for internal point, and this probability of error is 2q of a by sigma. 2q of a by sigma. इसको हम एक तरीके से और भी लिख सकते हैं, मतलब ये लिखने का सिर्फ एक तरीका होगा. Probability of internal points can be written as 2 times of q of under root a square upon sigma square. We can write it down like this also, right? That q, because we have put under root sign, so the value of this under root a square upon sigma square will be same as a by sigma. And why we are writing it? Because if this Gaussian is a white noise, then we know the value of sigma square is n naught by 2. It is n naught by 2. So if, write down, you can write it down, if the noise n tilde is a white Gaussian noise, then probability of error internal can be written as 2 times of q of in bracket under root of a square upon n naught by 2. N naught by 2, because sigma square will be n naught by 2 if the noise is white noise. If it is not white noise, then it is it will be sigma square. The value of sigma square will be means something different from n naught by 2, right? So if we talking about case 1, we can say that probability of error of internal point can be equal to 2 of q of under root a square upon n naught by 2. So today I'm stopping here, right? In the next lecture, we'll calculate the case 2, and then we will join this all things to get the final formula for probability of error of Emery-Pan. Okay?
Sir,
बेटा बोलो, बेटा बोलो.
सर क्वेश्चन करा देंगे क्या? सर न्यूमेरिकल्स करा देंगे.